we have something called Starlink, which is a global internet system. And this is, I think, going to have some profound positive effects on the world.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in today's episode, we'll be doing an unboxing of the Starlink Internet Terminal. I know a lot of people have been excited about Starlink, and they just announced a new service called Starlink RV, which gives people that don't live in areas, myself included, to still get the Starlink terminal, giving them that flexibility of going to places that do have Starlink service and enjoying all the incredible features that Starlink allows. So today's video is really just going to be about the unboxing, what's all included, and talking a little bit more about Starlink RV service. And then we'll save setting up the dish and a couple other things like how to best power it off the grid for another episode. With that, let's get right into it. Cue the music. We got the SpaceX badge. Super dope. It's got a very Apple product presentation to it. All right, we got our stand. And here we are. This is the second version of the Starlink receiver terminal. Where they previously started off with a rounder dish, and I believe they switched to this form factor a little bit earlier this year. But one thing that's like very noticeable, it's quite light. It's less than 10 pounds with the cord included. So very light, relatively compact. Do the profile here, but just like super sleek. I mean, it almost has a Tesla design aesthetic to it. They know what they're doing over there at SpaceX. It's definitely a cool looking product. And then probably the coolest router I've ever seen. You got the Starlink logo on there, SpaceX logo on the bottom, and then probably the longest cord I have ever got in a tech product before. It's almost like an extension cord. This is 75 feet long, so it's really great if you're, say, camping in a location that has a bunch of trees or a lot of obstructions for the terminal. You can go ahead, walk this out 75 feet away, find the best location possible, and then just run this cord back to your campsite. And that's basically it in the box, just the additional power cord for the router. So that is everything that you will get included in the Starlink RV package. And from my understanding, this is everything that you would get also if you just get the regular Starlink service. So with that, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I was able to go from waiting until 2023 to get Starlink to getting it within a week of ordering. Now, earlier this week on Monday, they announced Starlink RV. It's $135 a month, $599 for one-time fee for the hardware itself. And as I mentioned, I was on a wait list because we don't have Starlink service here in Wisconsin presently, or at least in southeastern Wisconsin. So I was waiting. I was just waiting until we got service. We weren't supposed to get service until 2023, but now that they announced Starlink RV, go ahead, skip the wait line, put in the order on Monday. It was shipped out by basically like the next day, and then I got it by Saturday. Another really cool feature about Starlink RV is you can pause this. So if you're gonna be at home for a month and you don't foresee yourself using the service at all, you can go ahead and pause it and not have to pay double for internet at home and internet for Starlink. So I really appreciate that feature because I think most people will know when they're gonna be traveling. And so, you can just go ahead and plan ahead and pause and start service whenever you like. Another common question for Starlink RV is, can you use it while you're moving? You can't use it while moving yet. So it does specifically say on there, not intended for use in motion. Elon has tweeted that he does have this hooked up to his jet and it does work, but we're not there yet apparently with releasing that to the public. So at this time, it's just for stationary use only. But aside from that, there's so many places, even if you aren't living in a location that has Starlink right now, just about all of America is covered, and all of it really will be by 2023. And so many other parts of the world gradually adopting it as well. So for myself personally, I'm super excited to get to like some national parks and just be able to work remotely from there. And the next step will be testing it out within the state and figuring out how to power it off grid. So I've seen some really cool like battery bank solar options out there, which I think is going to be the route I'm going to go. So the next episode we'll do a setup guide, kind of walk through the app and what that's like. Everything I've seen so far, it's super user friendly, and then we'll figure out how to take it off the grid and what those internet speeds are looking like out there. I think that's everything for today's episode. I got to get to work and go do some nature things. With that, everyone, we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.